Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Sorry I was so late, but man, I had a rough time getting this together. I don't even know if it's together right now. It's right. We have Band-Aids. We're going to Band-Aid it together. So I wanted today to, when we first started watching Fleischer, everybody kept saying, Stevens Jr., he's just like Stevens. He reminds me of Stevens. So today I wanted to do a Fleischer Stevens together, clips. And boy, was I rewarded. I don't know if you've seen the clips from Stevens today. Probably have, but it was really good. And it was so good that it was hard to pick which ones. Obviously, there's one that we're definitely going to see. You guys probably already all saw it. Someone gets dragged out of the court. Then there's a pro se, a pro se that's hilarious. Hilarious. So we are going to see that. We are going to see a clip of I had a preview up in my members only area, and we're all going to get to see that today. They got to see it first. They already saw it. It's pretty good. And then a couple little other clips. And finally, actually, we're going to start with the candy caper. The whole candy caper from Judge Fleischer's courtroom was hilarious, and we're gonna start with that one, which means we won't have time for today's Fleischer. I have today's Fleischer, but I don't think we're gonna have time, guys. I don't. We're still gonna see a lot of Fleischer, but it won't be from today or yesterday. Thanks, Fozzie. Okay, let's start with the candy caper, the great candy caper. And we're going to find out exactly what happened. And Linus, you and me have some explaining to do. I did put, this is going to tick a lot of people off in with this video, so you can see the chat too. And I understand the chat's going to be too small, hard to read. I'm going to help you, and it's going to make the video smaller. You got this, guys. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. The chat is what makes this funny. So here we go. So we're just starting off a nice, normal day in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. Everything's fine.
Brock is signing on to it. Page top of 41. Brock, have you filed an attorney of record yet?
I thought we did. But if not, I can have one file for you right now.
Do you see one, Melissa?
And it goes downhill now.
Hey, can I have those Skittles?
No.
Come on, man. No, you're gonna eat those all too. No, break them up.
They're fighting.
No. She's all the damn Skittles. No.
Just so you know, he is chewing on a Lifesaver gummy while he's asking for the Skittles. So everybody relax. He has a different bag of candy at his desk. He just wants also the Skittles, not only the Skittles. But watch chat. Here we go. He tells Melissa to give up the Skittles. Here we go.
Bring them over here. You're on probation. All right. Brock, I don't see an attorney of record, man.
Hey, I'll get one file for you right now, Johnny. You want me to zoom back in, or will you sign it once I file it?
Just please do it. We'll give you a reset now.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll do it as soon as we hang up, Your Honor.
Give the judge his Skittles.
Judge, so we're looking at August 20th to 22nd.
Give him the Skittles.
August 20th through the what?
22nd.
To the 27th.
And there's me and Linus. Everybody else is like, give the judge his Skittles. He needs his Skittles. Give the judge his Skittles. I yell at the judge, give Melissa her Skittles. And Linus is like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her for wanting the Skittles. Everybody else wants the judge to have the Skittles.
Second.
August 20th to the 22nd.
Yeah. What day you want?
I'm looking, Your Honor. Let me get the...
All right. Now the judge leaves the room. The Skittles are on the desk. Legal fiction is probably in the courtroom somewhere. And that's me, Melissa. Get the Skittles. He's gone. And there's Linus immediately as well. Melissa, now's the time. Linus and me are the ones that made Melissa steal the judge's Skittles. And we are not sorry. Now we wait to see how long it takes for him to get the Skittles back. And there's more shenanigans.
Sir, why I have you sit over here? If you need a conversation, take it outside.
Oh, snap, I forgot to tell you. There are 2 Todds in this chat, if you can read chat. There is Todd McCarver, who is absolutely not a troll. And then there's Todd. You don't get to see Todd because I kicked him out. So all of his messages are gone. So all you're going to see is all of us yelling at Todd. It is not Todd McCarver. Todd McCarver was joining in the yelling at the real Todd, the other Todd that got kicked out Todd. So don't you think Todd McCarver did any of this, guys. It was just a troll. That's the rainbow. Yay, Melissa. She's so cute.
Hey, I'm closing it.
Now we all clearly saw Melissa put them back. I thought she took them. She didn't. Don't worry, they will. Yeah. And I cannot confirm nor deny whether Victoria is going to get a divorce after this day. Michael does her dirty.
I was curious. I was curious.
And there's Steven watching all this happen. Hi, Jackie. So if you're reading the chat, we all thought she took the Skittles. We didn't realize she just closed the bag. We all thought she actually just came and took the Skittles. Here comes Victoria to save the day.
You just told me you hear me tell someone else if they want to have a conversation. I mean it.
Let's just take them anyways. Take them away.
No, it's pretty in terms of information.
Victoria took the Skittles, but don't worry. The judge is going to blame Alyssa. So the rest of his docket is just us watching and waiting for the judge to see that he has no Skittles. Remember, he still has the gummy lifesavers. So it takes him a while. So this is just for the next a long time. We're just going to watch this docket like it's a normal Judge Fleischer docket. And we get to see Logan's new do. No mustache, haircut.
But I presented it with my very last witness. So the whole time we were listening, that's showing. That's what because I don't think it's all
He's coming back. One more moment.
So I guess you want like 10 years less.
Unless you live alone, you understand what just happened here. Because when you live with other people have a habit of taking the last of something and leaving the damn box. So you like go to the kitchen and you're like, wow, I could really use, I want some of that. I want some more Captain Crunch right now. And then you get all excited because you're about to eat some Captain Crunch and it's gone. There's nothing left. And then the rage hits you like a freight train out of nowhere. So she didn't just steal the Skittles. Nope, 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 she didn't. She put the empty bag back.
That's fine. You need a copy of it to go over?
The very full bag. The full bag is now empty.
Yes.
Once you're
So it's a basically 10 shows, right?
Yeah, but
Melissa's going home. She's like, I'm out. I have nothing to do with this.
yeah.
All right, Judge is
you
back.
called it. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, come on up. Yeah, oh, your case from, do you have a guy, gentleman?
Yes, Arnie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, is that who we're talking about?
that's who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Arnie's on the docket today.
Okay.
It's a DVD case, but the DVD prosecutor's already been here. He's good with setting it for trial. We're asking for a quick trial setting.
Whatever you want, I'm happy to do.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Just as long as they're okay with it. Do you need at least 30 days?
30 days.
No, he said August would work. I'm in August, he said, yeah.
This girl, we need 30 days probably.
Wait, okay, so who in DVD? Were you talking to? Okay, let me, do I have the email?
Divorce.
I was afraid that we were gonna, if he can agree to it and waive any,
Waive any notice as far as requirements. So if that's an issue, as far as notice requirements for experts, things like that, I'll waive that notice. We can condense that to a 5-day notice. I'll wait for him to get back.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Judge.
If he's,
But y'all can just both with her coordinate a date, that's fine. I'll just bring it back up for the date.
and Mr. Sampson, really, if he agrees to whatever, I'm happy to whatever you want. Just even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't care, right? Whatever you guys can agree on, I'm happy to do it.
All right, thank you, Judge.
He's still in there, right?
We were set for an 11B last week, but as a visiting judge upstairs, so we rolled it to Wednesday. So I think DVD knows this is not a good case for them, but they're gonna have to get Gilbert Sawtell, who's the prosecutor of the murder case up there, his approval before they do anything. So I just don't want this.
If this thing gets dismissed, or if you get the not guilty, do you think? Because
I think we're gonna know Wednesday at the 11B hearing whether this case is gonna continue to hold him. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna go move forward for an 11B hearing up there based on this case.
We
Just-
were all
that's
waiting
my
for him to
understanding.
reach.
So Wednesday may change things.
All we wanted him to do was reach for the Skittles. And we sat there and waited and waited and waited.
In terms of the speediness in which I want to get this case resolved.
on the murder case, you think they'll go down from the 150 or no?
I'm hoping she reinstates, because this is the only thing that led to the revocation. So I'm hoping she reinstates the original bond. I'm not saying she will, but that's going to be the relief that I'm asking for.
Whatever you need them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Hunter. Hey, good morning.
Morning. So I have Smith. I was just appointed to.
And back there or?
Yeah, he's actually out of custody on the docket list, but he just got taken into custody because I think it was in relation to the motion that was filed up.
Oh, Nathan Smith, Nathaniel Smith. Okay. He's on bond in our case.
Right. So the only thing I wanted to address, Judge, is that it looks like on the bond conditions, it says not to return to the treatment facility. I just wanted to get that taken off. I spoke with the treatment center and I spoke with the state about this. They're not opposed to that condition being taken off.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like what they're going to do is they're taking him right back into the treatment center.
I don't want him to have any contact with the complaining witness.
Right.
You know, that's a for sure thing.
Well,
And, you know, at the end of the day, I was only going to put no contact with the complaining witness. I don't even think I put no going back to facility.
well, if the no return on the address isn't on the conditions, that's fine. I don't know what the treatment center is going to do in regards to them not having contact.
At the end of the day, while this case is open, setup's not going to take him anyways. So it's a moot point as it is.
And Senate asks that the felony judge admonish the defendant, accept the match.
Oh, they've said that?
Yes,
Yes.
so they just want the
Open
felony
case.
judge to admonish him.
With our case open, they'll still take him. First I've heard.
And Judge, just a little more background into it is, it sounds like the alleged or the complaining witness is kind of the antagonist in the whole thing.
But didn't you say he started it? I know that the coffee went to the face, but I thought you said he did something before the coffee.
He approached the complaining witness while the complaining witness was talking to the counselor and said.
Oh, it was a threat, right? He was threatening to kick your ass or something like that.
The complaining witness for talking, if the complaining witness is adopting him, like he.
Okay. I'm just gonna do no contact and no weapons.
That's fine, Judge.
Take the address off. And then if they're in their infinite wisdom, they want to bring them back, then who am I to say? You know what I mean? Because I don't know how many treatment facilities they have that are like that.
Yeah, it's my understanding they just want him to admonish the judge and then take him back, or the judge to admonish him and then take him back. So,
I'm okay with it. So,
Admonish the judge.
Did you do the bond conditions? Who did the initial conditions? Do you know, Hunter?
I believe I did them, Judge, a problem. But I don't believe I put the status condition on there because I knew that was put information.
It's Marco Garza is the complainant. Yeah, it's not on there.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it's not on
I
there.
think the initial magistrate conditions, that's might
And-
add it.
I'll sign it now, and the only thing that I'll do is I'll just check no contact with the complaining witness and then no weapons. That's it.
Okay,
So it won't be on there.
thank you, Judge. And then I also have Chavez, Jorge,
Chavez, E. Chavez.
he's in custody.
I'll wait for now.
Page 43.
Okay.
I would just like to address probable cause.
Okay. Do you mind reading it, please?
Yes, Your Honor. On July 1st, 2024, officers on patrol observed the defendant loitering and soliciting in front of Family Dollar in a high drug trafficking area. Officers spoke with a clerk who stated the defendant had not conducted any business with the store, and management wanted all persons loitering and soliciting, not conducting any business, trespassed. Deputy in uniform attempted to make contact with the male loitering and ordered the male to stop and walk over to his patrol vehicle, at which time the male stated no and began walking away. Officers again gave the defendant a lawful order to stop, and he stated why and no, and continued walking away at a fast pace. Deputies pursued the defendant for 125 yards with emergency lights activated. Upon making contact with the defendant, he admitted he knew they were police officers and that he was in fact soliciting in front of the store.
I mean, how long was he even there in front of the store initially?
The time frame is unknown.
They don't state the time frame,
You
and
take a look at Chavez. Come on.
walks off the property.
And he walks off whenever he's trying to.
I think that they're
evade
like trying to prevent him from loitering there, and we don't know how long he's there, and he does take off.
Supreme Court as far back as 1976 has stated that.
And now we think everything's okay because Michael, Victoria's husband and love of her life, comes back into chat and asks what happened.
Loitering alone isn't enough.
Your Honor, he's also observed soliciting.
There's nothing that allegations of saying that they heard what he was saying to people or anything like that.
Is it right, Ms. Garza? Does he solicit people?
It says that they observed him soliciting, and then he in fact admitted that he was soliciting. The defendant did.
Stephen, can you bring up Mr. Chavez, please?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I'll bring him out here in a second. Looking all creepy. Get your sister.
He just told
Hey,
Victoria
give me
she's
more
looking
THAs?
creepy. She doesn't look creepy.
Judge, how'd you fare through the hurricane?
Okay. She still doesn't have power.
I just got power back Friday. Thank goodness.
There's the husband. Did she rob the judge again? Shh. Michael, close your mouth.
Sick. Centerpoint should really get in trouble. They're really going to get it now with the state. Oof. I feel bad. Well, I shouldn't feel bad. What is it?
Benavides, please.
Is it? Who is it? Is it Sam?
No, they're not even, I don't know where it's at. Two more, please, too.
So many people.
And then we get the best comment of the whole day. Kelly. Wiggling back and forth like a nervous new girl in a harem.
Mr. Chavez,
Sir,
how's jail?
not so great.
Good. It's not supposed to be fun.
Sir,
You know why you're here.
sir.
You've picked up an evading arrest. You're facing now up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Here's the kicker. You're on felony probation as well. So, a new case while you're on felony probation. It's exactly right.
Now,
Please.
Michael says he's going to
On July
text the
1st,
judge.
2024, officers on patrol observed the defendant ordering and soliciting in front of the Family Dollar in a high drug trafficking area in Harris County, Texas. Officers spoke with the clerk who stated the defendant hadn't conducted any business with the store, and management wanted all persons ordering and soliciting, not conducting any business with the store, trespassed. The deputy in uniform attempted to make contact with the male ordering and ordered the male to walk over to
Oh, okay. Who's trying to make contact with him?
a officer.
Michael's trying to make contact with Victoria's Fist. That's what's happening. He just asked Stephen to take her to the jury box.
That initially observed him ordering and soliciting, and then spoke with management at Family Dollar.
Go back a little bit. Read me again exactly what happened again.
Officers on patrol observed the defendant loitering and soliciting in front of Family Dollar in a high drug trafficking area in Harris County, Texas.
Okay. What does loitering and soliciting mean? Right, because you're saying he's soliciting. How?
Yes, my
Because that's a
ex-husband.
conclusory statement. Please.
Well, the
Okay,
DIMS
you're doing great,
did not
but-
state what exactly he was doing, but I would assume
And I have a problem with that.
hanging around and trying to solicit business in front of the Family Dollar that was not right. And even after the officers observed him just hanging around and soliciting other people for business, then they spoke with the Family Dollar management, who then said that he had not gone into Family Dollar. He was just hanging out all day. Well, not all day, that's my words, I apologize. But
That's,
he was just hanging
can't add
around.
that in, because that's one of my concerns is how long is he there? Has he actually spoken to any people? Because it's not been listed in there. Is he begging for money, right? Or is he doing something worse?
Judge, I think ultimately in this case, what the clerk
down
is
to the
gonna,
rescue.
was wanting him to do was, what the officer do.
Get out.
was Trespass. So in the course of trying to issue a trespass, he's beginning to evade. It's not the lawyering. or-
Sure.
They see him there.
I get it.
They ask the store, hey, do you want here? No, I want to trespass. So in attempt to give him that trespass warning, he begins to evade. That's the PC. It's $125. But with regards to whether there was a lawful reason to detain him, there was. It's just a trespass.
Yeah, I
You're
don't,
trying to issue a trespass.
hey, you're on notice now.
Sir,
If you. Correct. They will now hit you with a criminal trespass. You're on felony probation. Why on earth are you allegedly loitering and allegedly soliciting? Look at me. What are you doing in life? Stop. There are other ways to do things. Okay? You're on, look at me. You're on felony probation. They have their eyes on you in every respect. No one likes you. Everyone wants to see you fail. Don't give them a reason.
Sir.
Do you understand? I'm going to find no probable cause in your case now. But look,
Sir.
you're on notice now. Don't go back to this location. I don't know what's going to happen in your felony case, but they're trying to sink their teeth into you, if you know what I mean. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Reach for the
What was
Skittles.
the last name again?
Reach for the Skittles.
That's right. Sam.
Reapproaching on Gomez. I believe Logan was able to call and speak. Well, I'll let him say.
Yes, Your Honor, I called and spoken with the Cynthia, who is the complaining witness's daughter, several times.
Look at Logan.
Several times today. She's also called me several times while we were waiting to approach. She said that the defendant did come to the house. When he came to the house, it was only to drop off the generator because the power was out. Then the complainant witness was not there.
Doesn't matter. No means no. Right. It doesn't, not for this, not for that. I don't care. There are other ways to achieve a goal other than violating a protective order, even in times of a hurricane.
I understand.
I mean, you want me to feel sympathy for someone who has 2 open felony cases and then he picks up another assault against the same person.
I don't. So, I mean, to the extent this matters, is there a second open felony here?
There was a
Yes.
violation and
I
a
understand.
meeting.
So,
This is a repeated course of conduct and that he repeatedly violates conditions of bond.
all I can say is in this case, I feel like as far as someone violating a condition of bond, this is one of the more justifiable, there's never a time where it's right, but this is one of the understandable times to do it.
What do you think?
The complaining witness, as far as I know, wasn't there. That's what they're saying. So the complaining witness was not there whenever he went over. And he was there for a short period of time getting a generator set up for his daughter and his grandchild.
Great state of Texas. What's your position?
Yeah, so what's the question?
And don't defer. I want your position. So basically, he's got a felony assault against this person. He has now a felony violation of protective order, and now goes over there. I get it. He's got altruistic intentions, right, to take a generator, allegedly, but he's still violating conditions of bond. What if she would have been there? Who knows? I don't know. Am I enabling him by allowing him to skirt this?
This could be just a great opportunity.
You know?
To very much understand that he's not allowed to go there at all.
And 2 felony cases and a misdemeanor case isn't enough?
And make it,
What do we do? I mean,
even if a hurricane blows through town, you still don't go over there. I mean, he's been on bond for a while. There has been no other instances where he has gone over there. It's strictly isolated to the days when there was no power and he's trying to get the generator running. So it's not like, I understand that he does have the other VPO, but this is not some instance where he's repeatedly violating the bond conditions. It's a matter of like 3, maybe 4 days, and he's there for minutes at a time.
Oh, there's multiple.
4 days
I think
means
there's 2 or 3 days in
repeatedly.
a row. So it's the 7th, 8th, and the 9th.
I believe that is correct. He went there, I think maybe 3 or 4 days, 7th, 9th, and maybe 10th for a couple of days at a time.
Well, what do you think? Say you.
Judge, I don't see a reason why he was even there on the 7th. But Judge,
What day was the hurricane?
it was on the 8th.
So he's there the day before the hurricane.
And so he said he went over because he hasn't had the generator running. So he went over the day before. He was there for 32 minutes on the 7th getting the generator set up.
Why can't someone else do it?
There's
know.
Ramona. Hi,
I just-
Ramona.
The complaining witness wasn't there. I understand. I understand the principle here. He went over to set up a generator for his daughter and his grandchild during a hurricane.
I don't know. I mean,
I think this is a place for a no bond, but a revoke and raise, I think, would be inadequate. lesson for him not to go back.
He was there for 32 minutes. The following day, he was there for 24 minutes.
Think about it. If you need to go, you can always zoom in.
Okay, I've got to run to ERD. I can.
Take your time.
All right.
I mean, look, we still have the courtroom.
Oh, yeah, you're full. Okay, thank you.
Hey,
I just wanted to bring you, they did have the PS on their conditions.
I mean, we're good. We've done, everything's done. So this is just for me to put in the bail order, which I've already done. So thanks.
Judge, could you please have him read that, whatever he gave to you? Just have him read it to us, so we know what it is.
Now, conditions, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get
Judge, I'll be right back. I'm just sitting at trial with it.
What is the last name of your gentleman again?
The oaths.
Who's off, Dr. Judge?
Two.
Yeah, but I need to find the conditions assignment. That's why.
It's I have the case number.
No, I think it's. Okay, what's your case?
I would like to draw your attention to the blue guy on screen calling his wife a thief twice. Oh, Michael, you're in trouble.
Case number?
2433362. Oh, 26, Judge. Sorry.
What is it again?
24333.
This is where Todd comes in, guys. So remember, Todd McCarver is not the troll. There's a different Todd that you can't see because I kicked him out and removed all of his comments. Todd McCarver is a stand-up guy, not a troll. There's another Todd. Don't nobody get on Todd McCarver.
26.
No, it didn't show up still. Huh? I put the
24.
zero. Put the zero. Yeah, 2433326.
Okay, no, there it goes.
I hit it before. All right, done.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Is he free to go?
Well, he's got to come sign the conditions first. Okay. Hey,
Mind you, this is, it's a plea on a MPR judge,
okay.
on Daniel Garcia.
Can I bring him up?
That still sounds fun.
All right, Mr. Garcia, you were placed on probation for driving while intoxicated. It has since now, you have violated that probation. Is it true or untrue? True. Understand, sir, that I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail, prayer for the 2 days that you've done. This is now a conviction on your record as it was before. I'm going to suspend your license for a year, sir. Understand that even the remote smell of alcohol or dope, they're going to charge you with an offense. You will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on. And if you're not smart enough to consider how to get home on a night of drinking, then I'm going to treat you like a child and put you over my knee and spank you with a ton of jail time, just like a child. Think before you act. Don't get into a car. Do you understand?
Sir.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah. So everything comes off, right, Judge? The ankle monitor?
Hey, Mr. D.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. Marlo Simmons. Give you a little background on this case. Mr. Simmons is charged with the offense of DWI He applied for PTI. All the information has been provided to Mr. Beeler for the approval of the PTI. However, because there was a minor accident in this case, Mr. Beeler wanted the prosecutors to find out, was there any issue of restitution to go to the complaining witness? I just found out from the chief today that there is no restitution required, that Mr. Beeler is now able to go on and proceed with the approval of the PTI, and we should get it.
So let's
finalized.
set up 2 weeks for that to happen.
Yes, sir.
If he doesn't have it done, he's got to be here 2 weeks. Yeah.
I'll get back with Mr. Beeler and let him know today.
Okay.
Thank you a lot.
Mr. D.
Yes, sir.
7:29.
Daniel Garcia?
No, I will. But
Sam, he's in your
For Thomas?
I'm going to do it now.
Are you gonna go back over there?
I almost think that he's eating those gummies on purpose, because we are all just sitting there waiting for him and waiting for him, and we are still waiting for him.
That's just how I.
Yeah, please, can we get started on it?
All right, Judge.
Yeah, well, we did a sign, but.
14, Durham, come on up.
Mr. Durham, do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
What are you doing about that?
I talked to, Wade. I just, needed some more time because he couldn't make the day and I didn't have the money.
Okay, I'll give you more time. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll give you more time.
I didn't hear you.
THA.
Again, because Todd just walked in. This is the good Todd. This Todd is okay. Nobody jump on him. All the Todd in the chat was the other Todd.
All right, Judge, next is page 16, Garcia, Mario.
And the nail in the coffin for poor Michael. Case solved. It was Victoria. We need to get them marriage counseling. That only tells Michael hire a marriage counselor for for Michael and Victoria, right? And then when they go there, this counselor only tells Michael he's wrong and only tells Victoria she's right every time. And when he gets mad, this fake counselor, you know, says that he has issues and how great and stable Victoria is. We need this now.
Morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
What are you doing about that?
I would like to ask if I can get a court-appointed lawyer here today.
Do you work?
It's been off and on the past 2 years. I can't find any steady work because of my felony of a burglary of a habitation. I'm currently on food stamps, just enrolled in school again to finish my GED. So I've been focusing on myself a lot, helping everybody around me as well.
I'm now going to bring you back so much, you're going to think it's a career.
I understand.
Want you to get a full-time job, and I'm going to bring you back every 2 weeks. I want to see what you've done to get a job. No?
I'm not speaking out of my mouth.
More.
I'm speaking information, sir.
Okay. Tell me what you've done to get a job.
Past 2 years, I've over 1,900 applications.
I didn't kick him out because he said the judge looked like Pee Wee Herman. He said that. The judge is a big boy. He can handle comments like that. It's not a big deal. That's rude, but that's not like bannable because you're rude. But everybody started arguing with him. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. We love the judge. Judge's our favorite. We love the judge. So he got mad at everybody. And then he started calling everybody in the chat names. And that's when I kicked him out. But not because he said the judge looks like that. The judge can handle comments.
On poach jobs, recruiter, Indeed, anywhere and everywhere that I can find a job, apply for a job, I am doing so. From Workforce Solutions, and anywhere I have internet access, of course. My phone has been off for the last 3 months, but I am trying. There's not a bone in my body.
Last time you had a full-time job?
The last time I had a full-time job was Gatlin's Barbecue off of 34th and Ella.
And
probably a year and a half ago.
so you're telling me you haven't worked in a year?
Because of I've been trying to find better jobs other than minimum wage. So to put myself comfortable, in order to live comfortable, I've been trying to find a better job.
And
I'm trying.
Not looking in the right places. If you have been unable in a year and a half to find a job, then you're looking in the wrong places.
Yes,
and perhaps you need to dumb it down a little bit as far as where you're going to get jobs. I would start well, no, what I would start at.
I dumb it down all the
I
time.
would start and work your way up.
Easy.
The best place that you could possibly do something like that, you were almost guaranteed a job, and that you could, if you work your butt off, is Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, if you can get a job.
Yeah, I tried.
When?
If I pull up an application, I can guarantee you I can find it for several Chick-fil-A applications.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, but I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you've done to get a job. I want to see applications, and I want to see how many you've done. I'm not going to let this stay.
I'll get everything that you need, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Can you reach out to the MAC? I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then I'm going to have you take your seat in the jury box.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Grab the bag. Grab the bag. Grab the bag. Get a Skittles. You know you want a Skittles. Get a Skittles.
Some discoveries or all
Mr. Perez, do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that?
Well, I had the money for a lawyer, but when the store came, I ain't had no power, so I had to buy food for the kids and put gasoline.
Put a little bit more time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll give you a little bit more time. We'll have you head on over to Victoria.
Thank you.
Time. All right.
Yes.
Page 32, Santiago, come on up.
That's why I was late starting the stream today, because of the hurricane.
Miss Santiago, do you have a lawyer today?
Not yet.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I should have one by next Friday.
Okay, all right, we'll give you a reset to right after that. Thanks. Trinidad. Hey.
Here, we're supposed to get him a ankle monitor last Thursday or Friday. Made him come.
We're
here.
gonna put it for this Thursday then.
Yeah.
Should be done by this Thursday. Now it's still not able to, but it should be for Thursday. Well, I don't know. Tracy, on someone, do you want to draft conditions so that they get it on for Thursday? We'll make the appointment now so that way they can just go in and it'll be done.
I sent you an email
That's okay. Yeah, if you can set Trinidad's guy for Thursday, please.
Just wait till.
I don't know. See what Tracy says. That I don't know. Tracy, do they come here or do they go straight to the other place? There you go. Okay.
Michael needs to do that. So I'm about to fast forward it a little bit instead of making you all wait. We waited long enough. We're going to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm going to fast forward it until the part where he gets the bag.
Let's ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Page 32, Sheldon, come on up.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
You have a lawyer today, man? Tell me what you're doing about that. What are you doing about that?
I'm in my previous court date to get a court appointed lawyer.
Say that again?
I had signed papers for my previous court date to get a court appointed lawyer.
Dick? Is that right? I don't see anything. Yeah. Do you work, ma'am? Yeah.
Sir,
Why
I'm
not?
currently not working because I'm a full-time parent while my kids are at home for the summer.
How do you survive now, ma'am? How do you?
My kids' dad provide for us while I'm not working.
So you're married? Are you married or not? Okay, so how much household income do you have? It's based on household income. Ma'am, I don't just give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You have to qualify. And the qualification is that as a household, there's a certain guideline that must be met. And if it gets to that guideline, then we appoint lawyers. Like, just don't hand them out, right? Because we just don't. So what is your household income? What does your husband do?
I check.
I'm not sure exactly how much he makes his checks. He get paid weekly, so on between 12 and 1,500.
So let's do this. I will give you an application. I'll have you take it home, fill it out, and then you can bring it back to us. And because I want to need to know absolutely sure about what everything is, and then I can take a look at it. Okay? Okay. Thanks. Done. Okay, Trinidad, who's this?
This is Joshua Kelly, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly.
So I do have to warn you, I was showing the comments from Judge Fleischer's stream where you announced that the test results came back and it's going to be a boy. So if anybody was paying attention at all to the comments that are floating on the screen, they already know your news. They already know your news that it's a boy. Yay.
We're in the court for plea.
All right, Mr. Kelly, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 4 days that you've already done. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this. Is this what you want to do, sir? How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass? Sorry? I will find you guilty. I will send it to you the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks.
We miss you, Donald. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close, guys.
Hey, Damien, what's up, dude?
Okay, approach report.
Of course.
On Gomez, I filed that raising revoke. There's more to the story, but.
Really?
But I'm gonna wait for Sam to come. Yeah.
I really, really, really would like to know if there's more.
Not too exact, but well.
Just because.
That's why I wanted to bring him here to approach him, like it's not like it's.
Thank you for coming. Did you work it out with Mr. Sampson as well? The trial, he wants a CBD trial?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. There's an 11B happening soon, so we're gonna work something out here soon.
So he's got an open murder case. And
that's what the 11B is for.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
We're gonna figure it out here pretty quick.
Okay. Just like whatever you guys want, I'm cool with it. Doesn't matter to me. So.
Well, should be within the next week.
Okay. Wow, that quick.
Yeah, that quick.
Nice.
Depending on what the 11.
All right, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. My screen just froze, so I paused it. I don't know if you can hear me. Uh-oh. Hello, Lisi. I froze for a minute. Am I back? What? But something happened. Thank you. Here we go.
I think that Damien is doing it now.
If he does go down, which one?
I don't know yet. No. It depends on what they say that he did. If he was being dangerous, then.
The DA is already called them.
So you ready for the next DOJ? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Page 19, Jackson, come on up. Jackson. Jafari.
Mr. Jackson, you have a lawyer today. Tell me what you're doing about that. Sorry?
I saved my money to get a lawyer.
So we give you a little bit more time, you'll have one then. Okay, come on, we'll give you a little bit more time.
I think this is it. I think the suspension is almost over.
What?
I know where they're at.
This was full.
Why are you looking
This
at
was
me?
full.
Dang, Bueno.
Dang,
For real?
What does that mean?
You know, I did get hungry earlier. I
Man.
was getting hungry.
Who's next?
Oh, next judge is page 20. Keener, come on up.
No, Michael, you be quiet. You don't get to talk now. You're
Good morning,
bad.
Mr. Keener. You have a lawyer today. Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm working on it now. If I could get like a week or so,
Yeah.
a few bills I have to take care of first.
Don't say anymore. We'll give you a couple more weeks, okay? Come on. Is he still there?
He's there right
Come
now.
on. Damien, hold on. I want to bring him out so he can hear this. Please.
This is only like 3
Do I
minutes
need to go
ahead.
back?
No. Or I don't know.
There she goes.
And shoot. I did.
I knew she was stuff.
So the time he discovered the missing Skittles till the time he got his actual Skittles back, while he still has a bag of gummies right there, was about 3 minutes.
I got my eye on him. Take some.
Yeah.
Stephen, you want some?
No, I'm
Here, let's
good.
put them back
I'm
in
gonna get on it.
the refillable.
We should do more of the lights.
Now we done with this thing.
Counselor?
Yes. Except for the one in the back part.
I'm just going to point something out real quick. All right. If you have a bag of community candy, it's politeness to retrieve the candy from the bag like Victoria's about to. It's more polite than to do it like everybody else does it. There you go.
That's the one I was calling it.
Did you?
Oh, wait, yeah. No, oh my God.
See, she's pouring them into her
Where
hands
are we
like
on the
that
pool for tomorrow, Stephen?
instead of digging in.
Number 10.
Oof.
There was already some that was rolled over from the storm.
So what time do you think we'll get a panel? And then people probably cave too. What time? Tyler's texting. So what should I say? 9:30?
Okay, since Carolyn's tired, I'm going to skip to the end and then go back to the middle because I don't want Carolyn to fall asleep and miss this next part. So, yeah, I'm just going to play it. We'll just dive in. Here we go, guys.
I'll be on the call. That DeMarcus Meyer right there? Yeah. Who's that back there? Come on up, sir. All right, we call 18-30326, the state of Texas versus DeMarcus Meyer. Is that you? Yes, Mr. Meyer? Okay, David Grove is your attorney. Good man. He's representing you. You are charged with a motion to revoke probation. This states that you are on probation since 2019 for illegal possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and you were sentenced to 5 years in prison. That was suspended, and you were placed on 10 years regular probation. And there are several grounds here alleging a violation of probation. Among other things, this states that you committed threats on your family in February, that you failed to report to the
Only
probation
you,
office
Linus.
in January and February, You failed to report to the probation office your source of income. You failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the moral reclamation therapy program, and that you were behind or arrears in payments of fees.
It's just so quiet in this courtroom. Is it even awake?
Court costs, etc. And those are all allegations alleged to where your probation, in your probation, you were ordered to follow those terms, and you are alleged to have failed to do that. But before we can have a hearing on that, the Dr. Rapon was directed to evaluate you. Remember him? He came and talked to you. You may not remember him, but he evaluated you on by teleprompter on June 12th.
You're one of those guys.
And by video. And he evaluated you, and he has written a report of the evaluation, which we're going to call courts number 1
Guys,
in this hearing.
I'm 100% positive that I messed up. So this is not what we want. This guy's boring. There we go. This guy. This is the guy we wanted. I made a mistake.
By the defense bar.
I don't file all the motions. I take full responsibility.
Good luck with a good deal now. All right. Who are you, sir?
Shannon Ardmore.
Okay. 2240911 is called. And what I have here, you were here, and Mr. Reynolds is your attorney. You sent me something filed May 16th. That was 2 months ago. And I read this, and you want to represent yourself, right?
That's correct.
Tell me why.
Well, I don't feel that my constitutional rights are being
Your what?
I don't believe that my constitutional rights are being respected.
Which
Great
ones?
idea. Great idea.
Tell me about the Fourth Amendment. What about that?
Well, first and foremost, I don't believe that had any probable cause for the warrant. We have it
The warrant, which warrant?
the very first one, murder charge. 22-409.
Murder.
You mean the warrant that was issued?
Probable cause affidavit.
Oh, okay. You know, notwithstanding the probable cause affidavit, a grand jury reviewed this and indicted you. That's the way they based it. Yeah. So just because you may have been arrested from an event, it was later. So this event was on October 7th, is what it says. But the grand jury in November reviewed it independently and elected to find probable cause existed. Plus, in the indictment, it's showing that you have 3 prior convictions.
Why not?
One in 2003, aggravated robbery, 2 assaults in 2012. The way this is worded, you are an habitual felon here. You're looking at no less than 25 up to life imprisonment years in prison. Do you understand? You understand?
No, I understand that. That's not what we're talking about.
I'm talking about it, and that's what we're going to do, is what the court directs, okay? We're going to talk about the issues that we have to deal with on the record.
Right.
And the first thing is, do you understand fully what you're facing?
I don't
and
know,
what you're
but this was
charged
from
with?
today or yesterday.
All right. Now, tell me about this Fourth Amendment issue.
Well, the Fourth Amendment issue that I'm speaking of is that specifically the probable cause affidavit. What I'm saying that the affidavit is having probable cause for arresting, which is not I'm challenging the veracity of the probable cause affidavit. I don't believe that he's a credible person to make the affidavit.
It's not a Fourth Amendment issue, Judge.
It's not.
It's not a Fourth Amendment issue.
I let him talk.
Okay, let me read it. How about that? I'm not as well versed, y'all. I'll read it to you.
Read what? You have a waiver of counsel petition.
So that's what we're talking about again? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm reading this. Okay, so
what I was saying is, under
what
the,
is it? That's a legal issue. It
Right.
doesn't have anything to do with whether you want your lawyer to represent you or not. That's a legal issue that's been addressed. It's
So
sent to
do
me
I,
and
Mika.
I make the
Me
choice.
too.
I make the decision on legal issues,
right,
not juries.
Right.
Juries decide facts.
okay.
So let's talk about what it is, why you want, the issue is why you want to represent yourself and not have an attorney represent you.
Because I don't think I'm being afforded a meaningful opportunity to present a defense.
What is the defense?
What do you mean?
It's 4 words. What is the defense you're talking about? What is the defense? What is your defense? You're saying he's not going to present.
That someone else committed the crime. We have,
Oh, okay. Well, that's what every trial is. Every trial is about who is the
Your
person
Honor,
who did it.
I want to exercise my Sixth Amendment right to move forward pro se.
Okay. All right. You're going to get to do that.
Thank you.
All right. And you don't ever scold me. Do you understand?
Totally.
All right. You can represent you. Generally, people fail in that regard, but some have been successful. And you certainly have experience. You have 3 felony convictions alleged here, so you know what the processes are. These 3 convictions, were any of these trials?
No, Your Honor.
Those were all pleas?
Yes, they are.
How many trials have you had?
None, Your Honor.
You've never had a trial. Okay. All right. So you've thought about this long enough, and this is what you want to do, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're going to get a chance to do that. And we'll set this for trial as soon as possible. You'll get to represent yourself. You have to realize that you have to follow the rules of evidence. You have to follow the rules of criminal procedure. You have to follow the rules of the penal code. The fact that you might be not be trained in that is not an excuse. Everybody has to meet the standards of those rules in a trial, or else you don't, in many ways, get what you were seeking accomplished.
Mhm.
But that's your choice. You understand?
I do.
All right.
Your Honor.
Then your wish will be granted. We will set this for trial. When can y'all be ready for trial?
Judge, we are ready. I will advise that we need to be specifically ordered to provide him discovery if he's going forward pro se. So I'd ask the court to go ahead and do that today so that we could start
It
making
is done.
copies.
Consider it done. I want this tried in 6 weeks. Okay.
6
Get you
weeks,
quickly.
and he's looking at life
here.
in prison.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. The discovery, will it be turned over to me so I can prepare for it?
That's what he just said he's going to do.
Yeah, I didn't hear when I.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do is I want that as soon as possible. Okay.
Can I, well, on March the 13th, you also told him to turn over to discovery in 48 hours. That never was done.
You do that. Whatever you have, turn it over to him. Make copies of it and then give it to him. Go ahead.
I gave him what he was entitled to under the discovery rule of code criminal procedure. I did not turn over my entire discovery file to him.
Okay, what is it?
I personally would prefer the DA do that.
Well, what is it that was a work product of yours, is what you're saying?
Well, it was things that are specifically excluded under code of criminal procedure that I cannot give to my client.
What he's referring to, Judge, is the statute that says that he can't give individual documents to the client. However, we've gone.
You're
through
going to
this
give it.
before.
You're
Right,
what
we
you've
will,
given
and
to Mr. Reynolds, you're going to give to him.
correct. And what I'll advise the court too is
that will be all.
we just dealt with this issue not long ago. The court specifically ordered that the documents be turned over, and that was sufficient to, get through that exception in the statute.
Well,
Can I, what exactly will be turned over? Could I know that specifically? I mean, I understand that things that he's saying that I couldn't have, or things that were covered under any kind of exculpatory evidence, and Michael Morton Act, Timothy Cole, but yet he still told me I couldn't have it.
You're gonna get that directly from him.
And what is that? Because he's saying that.
I don't know what it is, but I'm ordering both. I don't want to find out later that that wasn't done. But whatever you've received has come from the prosecution. Whatever the prosecution has given you is ordered to be given directly to the defendant.
And that would be.
Okay.
There'll be a sheet that gives you a summary.
Anything else? That is all. Okay. And let's be ready for trial. I don't want to lollygag on.
Sir, I don't want him as my second. I don't want him sitting on the side of me. I don't want any help from.
You're not going to, you won't need it. You'll be representing yourself. I'm talking to everybody here.
Thank you.
That clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I don't even want to watch that train wreck. It makes me sad just thinking about
Next is.
Now it gets good, guys. That was good, but now it gets good.
He's got several cases, right?
He does.
Okay. And which one?
We're going on the murder.
On the murder. Okay.
Maybe not.
Is that right, Sonny?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Murder and the arson are the same.
Okay, that will be set. Then it will be the murder case.
Murder
Thank you.
and arson.
Jason
Okay,
Barclays,
maybe he should be in jail. It's fine.
John West. And do you see the docket? It doesn't, you're here?
Here we go.
Sekou
Buckle
Kina
up.
here? That's you? You know why you're here? Mr. Laird, on that case, you're the prosecutor. What, do you see the docket? It doesn't, I don't understand this.
There was a motion to revoke somewhere.
I don't see, it doesn't say anything about a motion.
I had was in 2019, this order of safety.
There you go. Aggravated assault.
He's got it all. We got it all covered over here too.
Not out. Okay. Then we're gonna deal with him first, though, Tom Burbank.
Huh? You go sit down. Go sit down. You can violate it for state jail, huh? I'll take that.
You might have seen this because it's really good.
First degree.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
Peter Johnson.
In 23 CR 2259, there's a motion for a bond reduction in your case. Go ahead. It's your motion.
If you could swear, then Judge.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand, Mr. Burbank, as his attorney. Go forward.
Yes,
Thanks.
yeah. For the record, what's your name? Mr. Johnson, you're currently charged with the offense of murder, is that correct? Yes, sir. And we're here asking that your bond be reduced from $250,000.
It is how much now?
It is $250,000.
It is 200, a $250,000 right now.
And prior to this incident, where were you working? TDCJ. And how long did you work there? 2 months, 3 months. Where were you born and raised?
Hold on. You were working there. What were you doing there?
Correctional officer. He was a correctional officer.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
TDC. And so you've lived all your life in Beaumont. Do you have family in Beaumont? And who do you have in Beaumont? Mother, my father, and several relatives. Do you have brothers and sisters? Okay, and they live there all your life. Yes. You have tried to post a $250,000 bond, correct? At this time, you have sufficient assets in order to post. You've asked your parents or your family to ask around. That's sufficient. The third question, correct, and that's in access of 25, 30.
I know this is boring, but it gets really good.
Do you have any real property or any retirements or anything that you can cash in or sell and what you're getting in funds? So, in fact, you don't even have a vehicle. Are you asking, so you have no assets at all to post? You asking this court to reduce the bond to a reasonable amount so that you may post it pending. You abide by all the rules and regulations. Don't make programs. For instance, it may be staying at parents' house.
Victoria, Spud, Sue, hi everybody.
Score or this area. And other type of regulations to be able to correct this. And pass it in the street.
Spain, any questions of the defendant?
You never denied being in the shooting, right? Matter of fact, you were shooting at an individual that was stealing your car. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then after the car wrecked, you went back inside your apartment and got a shotgun and came back out while the person was inside the car and shooting, right?
I'm going to have to ask him not to, under oath, to say anything. There's a probable cause affidavit there.
All right. I'm waiting for it.
Oh.
If she's getting it. I don't have it. It's not in the file. Yeah. It wasn't filed.
So you're gonna advise him to take the fifth on the rest of this? You're not gonna let him testify the rest of this?
Well, we're going to try.
Huh?
No, we're just talking about the hearing right now.
Yes, sir, just for this.
Do you want to ask any other questions or?
No, sir, if he's not gonna let him answer any more questions on that part.
Yes, he's a corrections officer. Ooh, ooh, that's not good for him.
All right, let's talk about the rules for setting bail. This is found under Article 17.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The nature of the offense and the circumstances under which the offense are committed are to be considered, including whether the offense is an offense involving violence as defined by Article 17.03. The defendant has been indicted with the offense of murder, alleged to have occurred on or about July 30th, 2023. It is alleged shooting the victim with a firearm. And so, this is a first-degree felony, which is a most serious offense, and this felony is also a crime of violence. Then
Todd's gone wild yesterday. His name's probably Todd right there.
what these multiple pages involve are not arrest warrant affidavits. These are search warrant affidavits. Which, though, include information concerning the alleged offense.
I do promise you, this is a good clip. You just gotta be patient. I forgot this boring part. Let Fozzie entertain you. Divorce. Carolyn, when you're gonna need your services as a counselor here too. Yes, this is the one where something really does happen. I promise. Todd Big Easy. We got your back. We got you, Amy. Don't worry. We'll counsel you. Come on, Judge. Quit writing things down. You haven't even ruled yet. And I guess while we're waiting, just try and see if this defendant turns around at all. Like what happens when he turns around. I don't know when it's going to be. It's soon, I hope.
All right. Essentially, this affidavit for search warrant seems to state that on July 30th, about a year ago, this happened last year, Beaumont police respond to 6550 Phelan Boulevard in Beaumont in reference to a shooting and a deceased body of Xavier Massey was discovered in the driver's seat of a white 2017 Nissan Pathfinder. That was your vehicle? Yeah. And Massey had succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds according to this affidavit. And the vehicle showed extensive front-end damage plus multiple bullet impacts along the driver's side of the vehicle. Officers found a trail of 9mm shell casings tracing back to a parking spot in front of a particular apartment at that location. The vehicle was registered to the defendant who resided there. And according to this affidavit, a witness or witnesses stated that they perceived that someone was attempting to steal the defendant's vehicle. And this is, looks like 10 o'clock in the morning. The defendant ran after the vehicle, yelled at the driver to stop. It did not. And the defendant started shooting at the car.
Mine
with a pistol in his hand.
too. Mine
The
too.
car was wrecked. The defendant went back inside the apartment and retrieved a shotgun, approached the car, and began shooting at it with the shotgun. The defendant was interviewed. He declined
Prove
to
it.
answer any questions without an attorney present. However, he volunteered one statement that he stated he was getting ready for work and someone was stealing his vehicle. Okay, so there are the affidavit for a search warrant that was granted by a district judge concerning the facts of this case. Okay, so the nature of the offense and the circumstances under which the offense are committed are to be considered. And again, this offense, which was alleged to be murder in that it alleges by the grand jury that the defendant intentionally and knowingly caused the death of another with the use of a firearm. So it is an offense involving violence, a most serious offense, murder. So that is an aggravated factor in determining bond. Then the future safety of a victim of the alleged offense in law enforcement community shall be considered. Well, I don't think that's an issue here because the victim in this case or the complainant is deceased. Now, I don't, you presented, there are other attributes in this, the defense has presented a succinct set of information for the court, but under court decisions, there are several other aspects which the court doesn't know anything about. It's ignorant to, and that's not my issue to address. I don't know anything about that. I know, all I know really is statutorily that this involves a most serious offense of involving violence and some information concerning the background of the case. But other issues that the court can consider, it's not before the court. Nobody's submitted them, so I'm kind of in the dark on that. So what information I have is
Here we go, I think.
I can't do that. Those are
Judge,
factors of bond that are, that's for y'all to present, not me to pull out.
we have that he's a lifelong resident. He worked for TDCJ. He has family members. Whoa, hey, sit down.
I ain't sitting there.
Dave, you're
No.
hey, look,
Sir,
Whatever they do with your bitch ass, I'll be
Sir.
working on your punk ass, you motherfucking bitch.
he is arrested.
17-year-old little child, motherfucker.
He is directed to be arrested. He is directed to be arrested.
Won't do that anyway. Fuck, faggot.
There shall be no outbursts allowed. There shall be no threatening of individual. That is a constitutional right violation. The peace and order of this court has been disobeyed, and that person is taken under arrest immediately.
Phone's on floor. No. So now you're gonna fuck over my phone.
Okay, who was that person? Does anybody
Father
know
of the
who
deceased.
he's what?
The father of the deceased.
The father of deceased, okay. Well, too many cases in this court involve
Yes.
issues where family members are under stress and distress for losing a family member. We all understand that. Nonetheless, we try to deliberately move through proceedings in accordance with law because the law is set to determine an outcome that is as just as it can be and as civilized as it can be. And outbursts like that have no place in getting to a managed completion of hearings or resolvements in matters which need to be deliberately and intelligently and based upon law accomplished. And this isn't a time for a lynching.
Okay. So, just for time's sake, I'm going to cut to the chase because it gets, a little boring after this too. He goes on about, decorum in the courtroom for a little bit longer. And then this guy who wants his bail dropped from $250,000, well, it gets denied because a guy tried to steal his car and he shot him and then the car crashed. And instead of leaving it like that, he walks into the house, gets another gun, a shotgun, comes out and continues firing. Had passed by the time he got the other gun, which might be their defense, I think, because there was, a bullet in the head and the side, head inside in one other place. But to me, that sounded, in the back. To me, it sounded like those three bullets would have been enough. So what happened with the shotgun was, it was already too late anyway. So the dad comes out later, and this judge sentences him to 180 days in jail, suspended. So as long as he's good for the next, I don't know, 6 months, 3 months, whatever, then the case will be dismissed. But if he has another outburst as the trial goes further, then he's going to jail for 180 days for this one, and then for the outburst. Okay. So let's go with this guy. Since we're talking about bond, let's go with bonds. Whoa. Let's not. I'll do that one tomorrow. It's too loud. I'll fix it. Let's go with jail for money. I don't. Oh, this girl's in jail because she didn't pay her fines. But I understand why, and I agree.
Is Ms.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Is Ms. LaForge here? We were going to go ahead and do the next one. No? I'm sorry. I thought Ms. LaForge was here and we were going to go forward on
She
that one.
is. She's sitting in the hallway. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
She wanted to know if
I
her
don't know how
attorney
to
was
fix
gonna be
that.
here. I told her.
Oh, I don't
Things
know.
still with her status, but I was gonna double check that.
So we shouldn't,
Are you here on LaForge too? Because I have that she has not made one payment since the last time.
Alexi's recommending some jail time to try to get her moving.
that was the probation officer who used to be on the case, if you've forgotten her already.
Yeah, we're not sure who she is.
Ohio. Oda.
This is the case of the state of Ohio versus Carrie Lynn LaForge, case number 23 CR 40280.
Ohio.
Present before the court is Ms. LaForge, right? We have Ms. Hyatt from the prosecutor's office, officers Eklund and Henry from probation. We are here today for a status conference. It's my understanding, Ms. LaForge, that we have no payments from you made recently. And the recommendation is that it is time for you to go to jail. What's our status?
So that's not normal. We normally don't see that. So like if you are out on bond and you commit another crime, then they add it to it. So like let's say you're out on bond, you burglarize Walmart and they take you in, they arrest you, and then you get out on bond, and then you are caught with marijuana, or whatever, or probation, I should say, probation, not bond, and then you go back in front of the judge. The judge will say, "Okay, we gave you probation. You're smoking marijuana, and you haven't paid your fines and costs, so now you're going to jail." We rarely ever see people who come in just for fines and costs. They're arrested just because of money. Normally, we don't see that, but there's a reason why in this case.
I haven't made any payments because I lost my job and I currently am homeless and trying to figure all of this out. I asked my officer fielder if I could do a less amount a month, and she said we would be able to talk about that today.
So what is your proposal?
I was gonna ask if I could do $250 a month.
How are you gonna do $250 a month if you don't have a job?
Because I just got my unemployment approved, and I am supposed to have 8 weeks of back pay, and then it's $401 a week while I look for employment.
Officer Henry, who's taking over this case?
I am not for sure, but I want to say it might be Ashley Bridgman.
So here's the thing, Ms. LaForge, I tend to agree with Officer, I think it was Fielder, that you probably need to do some jail in this case. But sometimes there are extenuating circumstances, and I don't like the notion of punishing people for being poor. So if this is a transitory situation where you're going to be out of a job for a short period of time and we just happen to catch you in that wrong time, I do want to be sensitive to that. But I also know that there was some discussion a while ago in the case about you being on medical marijuana, which is ridiculously expensive. That also raises a red flag for me as well. So here's what we need to do, since you appear to be in a transition period, and so do we, because you're going to be assigned a new officer in this case. So Officer Henry is going to undertake to figure out who is your new ILC officer. And you're going to meet with that officer. You're going to put a plan together with that officer, and then we're going to have another status conference in about 2 weeks. That's going to involve you making some payments between now and then, and we will then make that decision as to whether or not you should stay out of jail. I'm going to want to know what your efforts at obtaining employment are and what money it is that you have going out. Because at some point, Ms. LaForge, I mean, this is a lot of restitution that you owe, and I'm not convinced that you're going to be able to get all of that restitution paid off, but I want to make sure that you are making progress towards it, and in the last 4 months, you are not. And your progress before that was just barely enough to get you out of jail or keep you out of jail.
Hi, Cloud.
And I think if
Sheriff
you have
Cloud
this
is here.
notion that you're doing just enough to stay out of jail, you're not doing enough. So let's do that. Officer Henry, I want an appointment with her sometime in the next week or so to sit down with her ILC officer, and let's go about 3 weeks. Can we get a date while we're here? But we don't know the officer assigned though, so we can't really get. Well, let's put it on Bridgman's.
I can figure it out today, and I'll reach out to Ginger and who the officer will be.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's get a date in 3 weeks, figure out who the officer is, because I do want an actual assessment. I don't want somebody just showing up and telling me what the file says in the case. So let's, yeah, we'll wait to schedule. So you'll get the hearing date from your officer. Make sure that you're here. If you don't have a court date, if it's two weeks from now and you don't have a court date yet, you need to get in touch with us to figure out what's going on. All right.
So that's why she's looking at jail, because she owes money. It's because it's restitution, and it's a very high restitution bill. And she was paying like $400 a month, and then she just stopped paying. And somebody, her victim is out something. I don't know what, because he didn't say. And she stopped paying on it. And the judge is not having it at all. She's either going to get a job and pay that person back, or she's going to jail. And that's her choice. Okay. Those of you who are members had a sneak preview of this last clip that I'm playing tonight, in the members only area, which I have to take that down because it's not altered in any way, even though I'm the original person who put the clip up. It's nowhere else on YouTube. It still has to be altered in some way, which doesn't make sense to me, because altered from what? I'm the original poster. It's not on YouTube. But anyway, I gotta alter my original clip that is not anywhere else to make it look something different than whatever is not already out there. So I'm gonna have to take that down out of the members area, but I'm putting it in here, if you understood any of that. I can't remember where we're at, but I think I'll figure it out as it goes. Oh, Ohio. Yeah, we're still in Ohio. With we're in the other courtroom. I think we're with TP. Yeah, Judge TP.
Case number 23CR40554, the state of Ohio versus Kevin Pegues. Mr. Pegues is here with his counsel, Mr. Hard, Mr. Arnold, on behalf of the state of Ohio. We're here for a final probation violation hearing. Mr. Harden, does your client wish to have a hearing?
Your Honor, he is going to waive his right to a hearing. He and I have discussed the nature of the three rules violations, or the three violations.
Mr. Pegues, you understand that you're entitled to have a hearing? You wish to waive that hearing and admit to the violation?
I guess I just want to get this over with.
All right. Anything you want to say before I sanction you?
What's that?
Anything that you want to say to me before I sanction you?
I mean, the only thing that I can say is, honestly, I never did try to refuse seeing anyone as far as the, what do you call it, the assessments. He told me to see a doctor. I never tried to refuse to see them. It's just that there's a lot been going on. I've been in and out of the hospitals, having more and more seizures. I had it set up to see doctors, but just never got a chance to do it.
Mr. Pegues, I listened to your voicemail that you left for Officer Martinez. Would you like to explain that to me?
Yes, no problem. You mean my probation officer?
Officer Martinez is sitting right there.
Okay.
You left her a voicemail message that was that I've listened to.
Yes.
Not for long. He's not a soft talker this whole time.
As far as the voicemail, I mean, there's been a lot going on. Like I said, I have no family, no support. I'm not even from Ohio, so I'm still learning my way around. And for me to be mentally disabled, trying to do a lot of this stuff by myself, it's not easy. It's difficult. So often I do get frustrated. I get very aggravated. And instead of most people just listening and hearing me out, trying to say, well, maybe you should go this way or try to help me, it seems everyone is just seeking to punish me. And that's a horrible feeling. That's all I've been trying to explain.
For committing crimes.
For a long time. I'm not even from Ohio. Since the day I got here, I went straight to prison. I have people who can tell you that they know I was innocent for a flat fact, but no one wants to listen. Like, it's horrible to see people pulling guns on me and saying, come with us or you're going to die.
You were convicted of an aggravated robbery with a gun specification, correct?
Yes.
Did you go to trial? Or did you enter a plea of guilty?
They sent me to prison. They told
No,
me.
no, no, that's not what I asked. I know you said, I have the records. I know you were sent to prison. My question was, did you have a trial on that charge or did you enter a plea of guilty?
I was told to plead guilty. I was told that I was facing 12 years. And if
You got 5.
Yes, they told me if I take 5, I wouldn't have to face 12. The lawyer that I had said, I feel that you take 5. They said
But to stand here,
5 is better than 12.
But the judge would have questioned you, like I questioned you, about your rights. Hang on. He would have questioned you about your rights to make sure that you understood your rights, that you were making a voluntary and intelligent waiver of those rights. The judges all do the same thing. I have listened to you. I will tell you that when we have these cases, we have 2 prisons here in Warren County, so we get a lot of these prison cases, that when I have someone that does what you did, what you admitted to doing, spitting on someone, that we basically add time to their sentence, that they're already there. You, however, were just at the end of your sentence and were getting out. So I did give you a chance to follow community control, didn't I? I did listen to you.
Yes, sir.
But to leave a voice message for Officer Martinez like you did, when it's not only disrespectful and rude, it was vulgar, and you brought me into it. That's not acceptable.
When did I bring you into it?
I think you told me to suck dick.
No, I never mentioned your name.
You want me to play it?
I actually spoke of him.
Yeah, you
and
didn't.
Officer.
Here's what I'm going to do.
You didn't mention just judge by name. You said the judge.
Oh, well, I don't remember that, but maybe I did.
You
Said that you'd never broken the law, that
May I say something?
Let him finish first.
no, yeah, go ahead and say it because I'm going to play this for you.
Okay. This
Play
is all I
it.
want to explain.
Play it. Play it.
I was 19 years old when I first got here. I didn't know anything about the law. I had never even been to jail before. So having the lawyers telling me the things that they were saying to me is all new to me. It wasn't like something that I was familiar with.
All right, here it goes.
I just want to say this to you, and I'm hoping you listen for once in your life. I've been speaking to you, different judges, and all these pro bono lawyers, and I've noticed that none of you have taken the time to listen to what I've actually said. Instead, you all want to tell me how you do your job and what your job requires. What you fail to realize is I'm not a stupid person. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a dope fiend. I don't drink alcohol at all. I'm not an addict, and I'm not a stupid person. I've been to college, studied law, where I was told I was the only person to make straight A's in 35 years. So far from ignorant. But I've noticed that none of you listen. You all want to tell me what happens and how things are going to go. And if I don't do it, then I face more time. Well, it just strikes me odd that I'm basically sitting here having you all threaten me with time, forcing me to accept time for things that I haven't done. So I'm going to put it like this to make it simple. However much time I'm facing, I hope we can get it over with as quick as possible. If we can go in the courtroom tomorrow, fuck it, I'll take the time. Let's get it over with. I want to get it over with as soon as possible. Because one thing I know for certain, I'm not going to keep going to jail and prison when I haven't even broken the law. You all want to make a criminal out of me? Well, just realize you're going to reap what you sow. I don't give a fuck about your time or your judges. Tell that prick-ass judge you can eat a dick, bitch, you can eat a dick with him. How about that? I've been all this time trying to be humble, trying to do what's right, and you all have constantly sent me to jail and prison and punished me when I ain't broke one fucking law. All I did was get sick and have seizures and reach out for help, and you motherfuckers want to throw me in jail and then say I'm breaking the law. So, bitch, I'm gonna break the law. Fuck you, fuck your family, eat a dick, die, bitch. How about that? Let's get this shit over with.
Your response.
Okay. My response is this. Like I stated before, for a person to be going through all of these things with no support, no family, and mentally disabled, grand mal seizures, if if you understand what grand mal seizures are, you'll understand what aggravation does to you. Also this, I've stated that I wasn't familiar with the law. This is all new to me when I got to Ohio.
You just said that on that voicemail that you were not only a smart man, but that you were educated and knew the law and got straight A's in the law. That's what you said.
That was after most of these charges.
Well,
That
here's
was
the problem.
when I got out on probation.
Here's the problem is that you've now created a situation, because I did listen. And you're disrespectful and rude to the probation officer to the point where you've created a situation where I'm fearful for my probation officer. You can laugh, but you were the one that left the message, not me. But to sit there and to call her names, to call the court names, and to say the things that you said creates a problem. So
he's trying to be humble.
I'll do what you asked on the message, and I'll give you time, and we'll be done with this.
So basically, you're telling me that all of the things I said that are causing problems for me, that are making it difficult for me, the medical issues that I have, none of that matters. You're just only focused on
Hi, coworker.
speaking rude things to you and your officers.
No,
That's all that matters.
that's not true. I'm considering everything.
Are you truly considering everything?
Yeah.
Let's be really honest.
I am being, and I've done nothing but treat you with respect anytime you've been before me, and I don't
problems.
I don't
As far as me being out.
I don't appreciate you saying the things that you said about the court when again I have done nothing ever to treat you with dignity.
What did he say,
and respect when you've been
Judge?
before me.
And I also called right back and told them to let her know that I truly apologized, that I spoke out of anger, but she wouldn't answer the phone. So I spoke with the supervisor. I actually left a message. I remember that also. I called and said, I truly do apologize, just as I did with this man. The same day, right before I spoke to her, I spazzed out on him.
All right.
And I called and said, I am so sorry.
All right.
Because I was very aggravated. I'm in the hole for a guy trying to attack me. It's a lot of stuff going on that you all don't see. But all you want to focus on is what I'm not doing that you told me to do. I've had 20 people jump me, hitting me in the heads with bottles right while I was walking the streets out there, trying to do the things that you all asked me to do. I got guys pulling guns on me. I take the gun from them. They run. Help, police, he got a gun. And the police come and tackle me and I go to jail. It's a lot of stuff that's happening. And I'm just trying to get you all to see that I'm not even from Ohio. The way that I got to Ohio was strange.
Say it,
My mother
Fossey.
died,
Say it.
And I had guys late.
These aren't even my pants.
Leave me in Cincinnati. And as soon as I got there trying to find a way home, a group of guys pulled guns on me. Come with us or you're going to die. That's how I got the first robbery. They told me if I didn't come with them, I was going to die. They got away with money and I got sent to prison. I have a group of people who can tell you that's true because they were the ones who I asked for help. And they said, well, you could sleep on our couch so you won't have to be out in the cold. And I said, thank you. The next morning I got up and said, well, I got to find a way home. So I'm going to ask, do anybody need the grass cut, trash taken out, or anything so I can make some dollars to try to get a bus ride home? And that's when the guys pulled up on me. Hey, aren't you the guy trying to find a bus ticket home? Come and help us move this furniture. We'll buy you a bus ticket. I said, cool, man. As soon as I got in the car, they all pulled guns on me. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's happening that's messed up and nobody sees or cares to pay attention to. All they focus on, well, what we told you to do, you didn't do, so we're going to punish you. Like, but it's hard to do this stuff, and I got so much other stuff happening. It's driving me crazy. I got a doctor who explained to the judge that I shouldn't be incarcerated because I need brain surgery. And that judge released me. But a probation officer said, well, I don't believe aggravated seizures are violent. And they sent me to prison anyway. It took me to an entirely new judge who didn't know the medical part, and he sent me to prison anyway. Right after I was just released the day before for the exact same thing.
Were you aware of any incidents at the county jail with regard to Mr. Pegues? Has there been any reports?
I don't even move my own
Since he's been
furniture.
in our jail?
On the PD?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
You are aware of anything, Deputy?
I'm not sure, but he is wearing black and white, so.
What does that mean?
That means he's
I'm in the
locked
hole.
down.
And I can explain that. All right. I had a cellie who came in my room right after I was released off of, what is it called, medical watch. I had a seizure. They had me on medical watch, and they put me in a new cell by myself. The next morning, they move a guy in. He had just got out the hole. He came in my room talking about, I don't mind going back to the hole for assaulting you. You gonna do what I say. I said, man, you better leave me alone, man. I ain't on all that. I'm trying to be at peace. I have epilepsy. Leave me alone. He said, you gonna shake my hand all in my face. I said, man, leave me alone. You gonna shake my hand, OG. I said, man, leave me alone, bro. I just told you I ain't on all that. And he tried to swing at me. I ducked, swung at him, threw a kick, and he ran out the cell. Oh, you gonna throw a kick at me? I said, you just swung on me, tried to punch me. Like, and that's when I got upset. As soon as he came back toward me, I tried to hit him with my locker box.
All right. This time, the court's going to make a finding that you are not amenable to community control in the prison. It's necessary to fulfill the purposes and principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, and protection of the public. Probation would not adequately punish you would mean what happened in this case in prison is necessary due to your extensive criminal history and your failure to respond to previous community control sanctions. So, Mr. Pegues, I'm not going to punish you any more than like I said, the typical sentence on this is 6 months in prison consecutive to your current sentence. So I'm just gonna order that. I'm gonna order you to serve 6 months in prison, 57 days jail time credit. The court finds that you're indigent for the purpose of any fines, costs, or other financial sanctions. You're also subject to a discretionary period of post-release control. If you, when you're released from prison, the adult parole authority may supervise you for a period of up to 2 years. If you violate the terms of that supervision, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of the court's original sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, and that time would run consecutive to any
Hi,
additional prison time
AC.
that you receive.
Hello.
You do have a right to appeal the court's decision if you're sanctioned and sentenced to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I'll appoint one for you at no cost. Mr. Arnold, anything else?
Nothing, brother.
Mr. Harden?
No, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you, sir.
Can I say one more thing before we go?
You're going to anyway, so go ahead.
If you could please just do one huge thing for me. There's one person I would love for you to speak with because you have actually listened to me more than anyone else I've ever stood in front of. Just listen to one other person. That's the guy I live with now because he was the one who took me to his mother and they said, you can sleep on that couch because they knew I wasn't from Ohio and they were trying to help me get back home. The night my mother died. It was that next morning where the guys pulled the guns on me, forced me to go with them. And the next morning, I was surrounded by officers. One of the guys got caught. They asked him who else was with him. He sent them to me so he wouldn't have to snitch on his friends. This guy I stay with now, he knows the whole story.
Where's he from?
The guy now?
Yeah.
He's in Cincinnati. That's where he lives. He lets me stay with him because he knows I was in it.
You're talking about an event, the police showing up, guns
WKRP.
drawn stuff that happened, and that's when you were charged with the aggravated robbery with the guns back.
That was in 2004.
You're literally talking about something that happened 20 years ago.
And it's been 20 years where every time I get out, I'm put on probation or parole. I was actually going to Cincinnati State Tech when I got out, did the five years. That's why I was talking about I went to college and studied law. I went to Cincinnati State Tech. I said, well, I might as well study law and learn something since I didn't know the last time they put me in front of a judge. I didn't know what to do. And I was actually doing good. But then they pulled me over one day, driving my new girlfriend's car, trying to go pick her up from work. The officer said, we saw you smoking that weed. It's a black and mild. It's still lit. Well, what are you doing in our neighborhood? They searched the whole car, searching for drugs, couldn't find anything. They looked in her glove box, found a little pink pocket taser that didn't even work, no battery in it. But they still charged me and sent me back to prison. It's little stuff like that that's been holding me back where I'm actually doing good. And they find any little thing they can and throw me back in here. And then I get in here, have seizure, and officers beat me in the head of a club. As you can see, scars all over my body. That's where the officers have been jumping while I'm having seizures and then just throw me in the hole. I'm asking, can I please see a doctor? I haven't seen a doctor the entire time I've been locked up.
What you tend to do though is you take incidents that happened from 20 years ago in a different county, in a different jail, and you lump them all together to what you're experiencing now. You're in our jail now because you didn't follow my orders. You're in Warren County because you were in prison in one of the prisons in Warren County, and you're in front of me because you spit on somebody.
In Mansfield.
No. This happened in Warren County. See, again,
Thank
in
you,
your mind,
Bossy.
you're kind
Thank
of you kind of
you.
lump it all together as one big event, but it's a series of events.
There we go. We back?
Too. And he actually saw the lady
think
throw
I'm
hot
back.
dogs in my face. That's why I reacted.
Going on.
How is it okay for her to throw hot dogs in my face? And
That's not before me right now. You were entitled.
That's why I spit.
You were entitled to a trial.
She threw hot dogs in my face and I reacted. Why is it okay for her to do stuff for me?
If you threw a pencil or something at me and I walked over and spit on you, you'd be upset, wouldn't you?
You'd be upset if I threw something at you.
Well, sitting up here, yes, I would.
Exactly.
But
anywhere, even her, anywhere, they'd be upset if you threw something at them for no reason.
all right, Mr. Pegues, again, I gave you the minimum sentence. That's what we're going to do. All right, thank you.
All right.
971. Oh, I was legal. Okay, here's what happened. I was trying to find out if Cincinnati did actually have a law program at their community college to see if this guy was right or wrong, and they do. So, and I missed legals. Thank you, legal. Thank you, Fozzie. Yeah, tomorrow should do it. I'm guessing tomorrow should get up to 1,000 members. We're at 971 right now. Hold on, I don't know if that counts. Yeah, it does. It counts both of what you both just did. You guys, we'll get there. We'll get there. I feel so bad, but yeah, we'll get there. Well, okay. Fozzie. There it is. Thank you, Fozzie. If I just keep saying no, that I'm only at like 980, will you just keep gifting memberships? I am at, it says 988. That's what it says. I'm not lying. Look. I'll show you. Total members. $996 is what it says now. If you can see that. Tomorrow we'll get it. Tomorrow we'll get there. Oh, try to close that on my other screen. Fozzie and legal, thank you so much. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Rose, you'll get green, don't worry. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming out. First off, Michael, don't listen to this. Victoria, I hope that you can hear this. So we saw exactly how Michael treated you yesterday during the candy shenanigans. He called you a thief twice. He said he was going to tell the judge by texting him. And he asked the whole chat if you stole from the judge again. So here's what we're going to do, Victoria. Carolyn is your new therapist. Michael, I said, don't listen to this. He never listens, does he? Carolyn's going to be your new marriage therapist for you and Michael, but don't worry, it's rigged. Everything you say, Carolyn's going to say, "Yeah, that's right," and everything Michael says, Carolyn's going to say, "Michael, no, you're just wrong. Michael, you're just wrong." So talk to your husband about therapy, and she's also a lawyer, so remember that. And she only charges 600 an hour, which is worth it. Worth totally worth it. Julie, it's fine. I like it. I love our chats. I mean, it's the best part. I didn't say US dollars. I meant pesos, but I mean, you said that yesterday. Didn't you say you were going to put a picture of Louis in Discord yesterday? Because that was yesterday. Listen, I would pay Carolyn 600 an hour US dollars. Cloud, it was nice to see you again. Plus, during Fleischer's stream, it was good to see you again. I know Legal and Fozzie have like carried me to 1,000 subscribers on their backs. They had help. I don't mean that, they had help. They had a lot of help, but they were bound and determined. Even though I'd said you didn't have to do that. Yeah, me too. I love this chat. Oh yeah, it is later, not tomorrow. Okay, okay. Oh my gosh, you do have to spam because you know what? I'm reading chats and I can't read your chats because I can't see them. 996. All right, sorry. You want me to do the thingy thing? See? Do you see it? Lindy Lou is the last member. Look, we're going to show her too because we like her. Look. These are the last members. There's a lot of purple icons in here, just saying. People like purple. Butterfly Jones, what a good name. And cowboy fans, I think. I got a lot of cowboy fans and purple. I don't see any inappropriate names. Oh my gosh, guess who was just gifted a membership? Hold on, I missed it. I slid past it. I saw it. I swear I saw it. Michael, can you say something in chat if you're still here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there it is. I found it. That's my coworker, guys. I work with him. Plus, I think Victoria knows him too. I don't know. No, how do you can't even do that. YouTube doesn't give me any power to steal. All right, I'm going to the dashboard. I'm going to members. I'm not, all right, hold on. I'm going to close the page. Close the page. Go back in because it still said 996. Hold on, I'm looking. Your videos. Dashboard. Okay, now hold on. See members. New members are on the screen. This was bad. This was a bad idea. Guys, why did you do this? Guys, you couldn't just be patient. Now you went way over 1,091. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. You guys are crazy. Chris, thank you. Who else did I miss? Chris, Legal and Fozzie, thank you. I'm over 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just please make sure you watch the comments tomorrow because they're gonna they're gonna come out of the woodwork to thank you. They're gonna thank you, and some of them are like really heartfelt. Like, guys, I just had the worst week, and I broke my leg, and my wife left me, and my dog got ran over by a pickup truck, and then I got this subscription, and it means so much to me. Thank you so much. And that's what I hear on there all the time. Thanks, Cloud. Members, not subscribers. I have 1,000 members, not subscribers. Fish are friends, not food. Thanks, Cha. You know what? I'm glad that I was able to play this clip on the day that I got 1,000 members because I thought this clip was one of my best. This guy, he was so good. And then we had Judge Stevens dragging a dad out of jail. And then, of course, we had Judge Fleischer getting felony burglarized. All right. Guys, don't forget to check out Judge Fleischer's courtroom in about 2 hours and make it hard on Michael. Make him work for his check after the way he treated his wife yesterday, calling her a thief. Thank you so much for coming out today, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. Oh, darn it, I forgot to tell you about Fleischer's court yesterday. Fleischer had a trial starting, and he did jury selection, and I'm not playing it. Listen, I'm not playing it. Jury selection is boring, and you can't hear what they're saying. You can't hear the answers to the questions, and they keep talking. The lawyers keep talking like I'm doing right now. So no, I did get Judge Fleischer from today, but only the first part. And he's having a trial this week, and I might do the trial, but I'm not playing the whole trial. If it gets boring, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing the jury selection. You can go right to his stream and watch it. It's right there. It's just a click away. I don't know who Michael is. I have no idea. Thanks, BI. I'm going to hop in Discord if anybody wants to talk. You don't have to, but I'm going to hop in Discord, keep this party going, and then I will see you all in either a couple hours or 24 hours. I won't be late tomorrow, maybe. Not that I was late today and you can't prove it, Fozzie. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.